up, Internet? Big J with Big J's Extreme Fitness. Want to talk to you about a topic that I was asked about on Periscope yesterday. If you don't follow me on Periscope, that link's in the description box. Check me out there. It's raw, okay? You can't take back what you say. It's live. There's no editing. It's a lot of fun. You get to interact with you guys. I wish we were doing it right now. I love interacting with you guys, asking or answering your questions. But it's in the description box, BigJ_EXT Fitness. And I Periscope probably every day. Lots of fun. Anyway, the topic was, do bro splits work for natural bodybuilders or naturals? A lot of you guys say you're bodybuilders, but you're not competing, and you are. You're building your body. But my answer was, firstly, let me remember what you kids call bro splits. And then I remembered training one body part per week or something like that, that everybody, the kings of bodybuilding, Mr. Ronnie Coleman and Dorian Yates and a lot of the other bodybuilders that were winning back in the 90s and are still winning now, incorporate in. But I want to back you guys up real quick before I give my answer and tell you, when you're training one body part, if let's just say you're doing chest, when you properly bench press or dumbbell press or cable crossover, you're flexing your calves because your feet are planted, your hamstrings and your glutes are extremely tight, your quads, your core, your lats, your biceps, everything's involved in a proper press. Biceps on the way down, lats on the way up. I mean, traps, deltoids, triceps. So essentially, every exercise that you're doing, if you're doing it properly, think about this. If you're a bodybuilder or someone that has ever been on stage before, listen to me now. When you are in the relaxed position, it's the most uncomfortable position you can be in. Am I right? Because you're flexing your lats and your traps and your abs and your forearms and your glutes, and don't forget to smile. So when you're training properly, and a lot of you guys have not learned how to train properly with intensity yet, and it'll come as more knowledge is gained from your training and training along some monsters that are bigger than you or smarter than you, and that's what you should be doing, training with people that will push you to make you a better you, not to be better than them. But you have to realize that every body part is utilized in every single lift if you're doing it properly, okay? The intensity is not a given. The intensity is something that's inside you that you finally figure out to focus on the lift. But then you've got to make sure that you're tight everywhere, especially in a squat or a deadlift, the two most dangerous lifts in the world that are the most productive and work the most body parts in your body while you're training. You bend over and pick up a bar. Man, that's the most dangerous thing you could do. Lift with your legs. Everybody talks about using your glutes and your hamstrings and your core and, pull your lower back this way and squat that way. Every single body part is utilized when you're training. So if you go on a quote-unquote bro split to where you're training like chest on one day and then you don't train chest again until almost the next week or 4 or 5 or 6 days later, guess what? While you were squatting, you were holding those bars out or holding the bars or holding the plates, however you train, and you're flexing your chest to pull it down on you or to flex your traps or your lats. You're doing legs. How come you're doing your biceps and your shoulders and your low back and your calves, So your body parts, every single one of them are trained every workout. When you train your chest, you're training your shoulders and your triceps. When you're training your back, you're training your biceps and your shoulders and everything else. So make sure, if you want a program, if you need it to be written down and follow a logbook or follow someone else's guidance, do it. But understand all the accessory body parts that are utilized while you are training are growing as well, okay? If you're training your chest, don't think for a second that your triceps are not being worked and or trained and receiving results, okay? There are guys that bench press more with their triceps, bench press more with their lats, bench press more with just their chest, do not utilize or engage their core as much because they're training just their chest. But again, every body part is used. The point is, thumbs up if you want to train like Dorian Yates or Ronnie Coleman. You, of course, will not be as big as them, especially if you're not taking any products. I'm not saying that they did. I'm just saying. But yeah, that's the bottom line. You guys keep crushing it. Appreciate the questions. I appreciate you guys liking these little talks. And follow me on Periscope. I'll be on there every other day. Till next time, intensity rules, train hardcore, keep crushing it in the gym with intensity, and we'll see you next video.